Horses communicate with people. So it's not a question of pressure, it's a question of communication, of understanding. If anybody who hasn't ridden horses have worked with a dog, he knows exactly what you're thinking. But you try and order somebody else's dog around, and you'll suddenly discover that you're not the most important person in that dog's life. And it's the same with horses.
MHS Going Global came here when he was 5 years old. He felt like he was something really special, but of course, it's a long road before you get to that level. But luckily, kept the horse all the way along, and then we got the fantastic news to say we'd be part of the team in Dublin. You jump Nations Cups during the year in all fabulous shows to ride at, but then Dublin is just a whole lot different. You know, everybody in Ireland with a horse can relate to the Aga Khan. Everybody's watching, everybody's a part of it is behind you, which is lovely, but of course it adds a lot of pressure, but that's what makes it so special. There's lots of riders that are good enough to ride the Aga Khan. There's not so many horses that are capable of jumping clear rounds around the Aga Khan.
The Aga Khan trophy is a very famous trophy in sport, especially in show jumping. It's one of the oldest ones. This year's 100 years. There's a lot of things that make a good jumper. First of all, their brain, their intelligence, the carefulness when they're jumping of the poles, their ability, their scope, their rideability. Not every single horse has all those attributes. You might get 2 or 3 of them, or you might get only 1 of them, or you're very, very lucky, you might get all of them.
I said he couldn't jump out his own way. He said, "You don't know what you're on about." He said, "You haven't given that horse a chance." I said, "He's useless."
If you get a good Irish horse, good show jumpers, good race horses, their longevity is very good. About the Irish, they have the love of horses, and there's been a lot of very good horses bred here in Ireland.
I suppose like humans, some of them improve in different ways, or somehow are naturally from the start brilliant. If you speak about going global, I would say he had sort of a unique amount of talent in the sense that already when he was 5 years old, he just could do everything so easy, and he was very brave. He had a lot of self-belief, you know, and that's what made him a very good Nations Cup horse. They're shows with a lot of history, big grass rings, and they're big occasions. You need horses that have a lot of belief. You don't want a horse to go in and when they hear the crowd and they're in there on their own, they fold a bit, you know, they get a little bit small. Going global was not like that, like he loved the big occasion.
Going global coming into the ring in this round, much more confidence.
When the Nations Cup was on, you could feel the horse growing really, like you could feel his eyes look for the bigger jumps, and he was a completely different animal. The first year, and I jumped the last fence and I was double clear and I just was fit to explode, like it's just, the feeling was unbelievable.
He's in the time and he's clear. This is double clear for Greg Broderick.
I came out, trotted my horse off, and then I remember meeting my dad and I gave him a hug, and he was funny. He says to me, "Geez, I can't believe it, I can't believe it." And I says, "Sure, what can't you believe?" He says, I actually thought that horse wasn't good enough," he says.
In every Nations Cup, there are always horses that really capture the imagination and the affection of the crowd. And through the years, there have been so many horses that have stolen people's hearts. And you wonder every year if there's going to be another one that's going to be a show stealer.